So how do you take our award-winning, best-selling binding and make it even better? The Truce binding has been the foundation of our brand since day one. It was the very first binding in our line, and this is the first time we have redesigned it and completely started from scratch and invested heavily in tooling for this new year. The 2021 Truce binding is the perfect price point binding. For this price, you get such good value, it's actually insane. One of our retailers actually said it's almost too good for the price point. But for us, we'll take that. If we can offer you a superior binding and offer it at a good price that you can afford, all the more power to you. That's what we're after with this brand, is offering value. So what did we do to start from scratch? Well, first, we improved the functionality, the fit, and also the weight of the binding. We dropped almost 15% of the weight off the binding from the previous year. That's a lot. The crazy thing with that is, with the impact tests and the R&D that we do, we've actually increased the strength of the binding while reducing the weight. That's no easy feat. This binding comes in small, medium, large, so there's something for everyone. It's also unisex. It's good for women, it's good for men. Anyone can ride this binding. It can do it all. This is an all mountain binding. It can be used in the park, it can be used in the backcountry, it can do it all. The key with this one is offering the most amount of binding to you for the best price. So with the features of this binding, you'll notice that there is a gel strap, which is super comfortable. This is a high-end strap. You also get an injected gel toe strap, which is really good because when you tighten the ratchet, it actually stretches over your boot and makes a really snug fit so that it won't slip. And also it pulls the heel of your boot right into the heel cup of the binding for a nice snug fit. There is high back rotation on this binding, which is a really nice design, really simple, that's never been done in the industry before. It also has cast aluminum buckles, which are really lightweight, but work in perfect unison with our German spring steel springs that we designed from scratch. Fix has an exclusive use of this spring, and it is so strong we can test up to 28,000 clicks on the buckle tester. We test other bindings in the industry to get a baseline, and I can tell you that we're almost triple the strength of everyone else's buckles. They are that strong. So we put our money where our mouth is, and we offer a lifetime warranty on these buckles. We are the only binding brand in snowboarding today that has a lifetime warranty on the buckle assemblies. We also have a lifetime warranty on the base trays. Our injection molding process doesn't use anything called regrind. And regrind is, think of it as a filler material. It's old plastic from the injection process that gets ground up, melted down, and put back into bindings. The problem is that you can't control the amount of regrind that goes back into bindings, and the more regrind you put in there, the weaker the bindings will get. The plastic actually turns into somewhat like a Swiss cheese. It's full of air bubbles, and it's really susceptible to breakage. When you put it in an X-ray machine, you actually see the difference between our bindings and some of the other ones on the market. It is that visually different. And we know it's stronger because of the very low warranty rate of return that we see on all the bindings in the Fix line. They're very, very strong, and we back that up with warranties. We want to make sure that if anything ever happened to your binding, we would back that up with a replacement part immediately. So, no paint on our bindings, first shot pure nylon. Every single binding that you see that is a color, that is the color of our injection. That is proof in the pudding that we don't use regrind. Also, we put regrind from our production process into the packaging. We take all that regrind from our process, we upcycle it, and we actually create the crate that the binding comes in. So you can reuse that crate for organizing your garage or putting your wax kit in there or making a planter out of it, and there's a plethora of other things you can do with it. It's a reusable thing that you can use just to organize your garage and get your tools in a good spot. We think it's better. It's just a way of thinking of things differently. And that's what Fix has always been about, is innovating and offering something different than everyone else. Rather than trying to reinvent the wheel with the way the binding functions, we reinvent the way that the binding manufacturing process happens so that you're getting the best possible binding at the best possible price. So, being a unisex binding, having true sizing for everything that, every size boot that you might have, please refer to our sizing chart that's on our website. If you have any questions, please contact us at customercare@fixedbindingco.com, and we'll be there to help you out and pick the right size binding. This is the Truce, completely redesigned for 2021, and we are super proud of this one.